Hello everyone, welcome back to the Wintermute playthrough. We are still here in the trailer right next to the abandoned dam. We are going to carry on with the story mode very, very shortly. But just before we do, you're going to notice something. The webcam's missing. You can't see me. Yeah, unfortunately I've broken, well and truly broken, the stand that holds the camera. It's not actually a webcam, it's actually my phone. Which sits on a stand and records the picture you see of me, and unfortunately I have well and truly broken the stand. So no webcam for the moment. Unfortunately I'm going to have to go off and buy a new camera and find another solution to that one. So you are spared the sight of me in the top right hand corner. So we said we can focus on what we're going to be doing, and what we are going to be doing is heading into the dam. We found the key at the end of the last video. It was in the hut. It was just here on the desk. We've done a little bit of checking around in here. We found a few bits and pieces. All good. So we're now going to make our way across to the dam proper. And we don't know what we're going to find. Obviously, Wintermute has changed quite dramatically. In the original playthrough of Wintermute, you didn't wind up entering the dam until the very end, if I remember properly. Now we're entering it pretty much at the beginning of the Mystery Lake section of Wintermute. So I don't know what we're going to find when we get in here. So I am a little bit anxious. I don't know what's going to happen. Yep, there's a bear. There's the bear. Hi, bear. This isn't good. Shut the gate! Shut the gate! Okay. So, the screen's gone black. That makes me nervous. Oh, blimey. Okay.
Unfinished business with the bear, he said.
Okay, so it's now the middle of the night, we're cold, and we are seemingly safe. Mazzaluza, has not appeared in here. This is where you see him, in the original incarnation of Wintermute. We need to get inside the dam. I'm very, very anxious now of what I'm going to find when we get inside the dam. I'm a little bit encumbered. I think I'm probably carrying quite a lot of stuff that I probably should have left behind, in all honesty. But I didn't know what we were going to find, so I've kind of brought a whole load of stuff with me. I am genuinely quite anxious. I don't know what we're going to find when we go in here. Obviously, we've found all sorts of surprises in this redone version of Wintermute.
Anyone here?
I hope not. But there's ominous music playing. Do I have a storm lantern? I do. I'm going to be using that. Okay. So, there is actually a storm lantern there on the desk anyway. I am highly anxious. I really...
Seems like the quakes did some damage here. Must be what the old guy meant about unstable.
That, of course, is the pathway that Fluffy used to come up all those years ago.
Looks like this thing isn't opening unless I can get the power working again. But that's a problem for later. I have to get those radio parts.
Radio parts? We're not here for radio parts. Oh, okay. Apparently we are here for radio parts. What? We were not here for radio parts a minute ago. Find medical supplies for the trapper. That's what we were after. We weren't after radio parts. Where did that come from? Okay. Well, we've got some food. I'm going to grab it. Into toilet area. Now, obviously, there is going to be water here that we can grab, but I'm not going to do that. Oh, dead dude. Emergency kit. Let's see what's in here. Going to be a flare.
Excellent.
Okay, we need all of this because I have a feeling This is the only way we're going to be able to fight the bear off. The admin office key. A note. Okay. So I'll let you read that one if you so wish. We're going to leave the water because I think we've got plenty, plus we're also already encumbered. Yeah, so I'll leave the water for the moment. Have a quick look. Okay, cool. So, Mystery Lake and Coastal Highway posters. Kind of cool. Okay, we'll go down to the turbine room in a moment. Let's just have a look up and down here. I don't know where down takes us. I don't know where up takes us either, to be brutally honest with you. Absolutely nowhere is the answer. Okay, let's go up then. I have to be honest, it's been a while since I've been in the dam. Can't really remember where things are. I think this is the admin office up here. Yep. Oh, and here is the first aid box. I just have a feeling as soon as we get the first aid supplies that we're after.
Aid station. That sounds like what the trapper needs.
Medical locker key. Okay. I don't have a pry bar either. Don't need that, we'll leave that behind. Okay, I'm going to assume the key is going to be knocking about around here
Must be
somewhere.
something we can use to fix the shortwave.
Collection of radio parts. Okay. Oh, and a pry bar. I'm kind of tempted to leave the pry bar in total honesty. Ah, here we are, the admin office. We've got the key for that. In we go. And then hopefully in here we're going to find the first aid station key. That looks like the one. Elevator maintenance note. The elevator is active again. We've checked the mechanicals seem fine. Must be something glitchy in the electrical system. Keep an eye on it. It's really the only way to the turbine room. If the elevator gets stuck, it'll be a long walk before we can get back to the control room. In brutal honesty, part of me is thinking I should really be going through these things. Alright, yeah, let's go through them. I was kind of thinking, should I, or should I just get back to the trapper? But let's crack the safe. Now, if you've seen any of my other... Oh, I missed it. I think it was about 26. If you've seen any of my other playthroughs, I've been through this many times before. You just need to find... There we go. So standard, clockwise, anti-clockwise. Until you find where it unlocks. It was about there, wasn't it? Oh, crap. I thought it was 40, okay, so it's about 47. So I'm looking for 26. It's 27 actually. 47, and then let's try not to have to go all the way back around again if we can avoid it. Hey, there we go. Probably find there's nothing in here.
I could use this.
Or some cash. Well, that's pretty useless. Another flare shell, some rifle ammunition, and stim. So we actually did get quite a bit from that. Okay, so normally, as you know, I would be searching absolutely everywhere, but I am already encumbered, and it seems to me as if I'm going to have one hell of a battle to get back to Jeremiah, because the bear did not feature that early on in the original version of Wintermute. And if you recall, we actively had to go looking for it, and it was an absolute pain in the neck. Oops. I actually meant to pick that up, I didn't mean to drop it behind. So again, I have a feeling we're going to need it. Do I actually have a rifle? I do. I thought I did. And I have a flashlight. So I'm 4 kilos overweight, so I could do with trying to help sort myself out a little bit with that. I'll tell you what, we'll do a little bit of looting. I'm not going to do loads. I won't do my normal boxes. I won't do my normal, very thorough search. I'm just kind of more looking for... I've got some matches. I'm going to grab those because I don't know how we're doing for matches. And let's just have a quick look in the journal, see where we are. Find medical supplies for your trapper. Yeah, we haven't actually got the medical supplies out of the cupboard yet because we haven't walked back to it. I'm just, again, I'm on edge. Thank because part of me is thinking that whenever we complete certain sections of this, we're going to find ourselves, something's going to trigger, if you know what I mean. We're going to end up with something happening.
Industrial strength antibiotics and very strong painkillers. Dangerous. You can get hooked on this stuff. Let's hope we don't need it.
Okay, so we need to get back to Jeremiah. Get the medical supplies to the old trapper before he dies. And that makes me think that we're going to have a time restriction on this. We're going to have to complete it in a certain amount of time. I'm also nervous now whenever I'm going around any corner for any strange goings on or...
I better take this food.
Okay, I'm carrying quite a bit, so I might just have to see if there's anything I can ditch. Now, obviously there is a doorway there leading to the turbine room. Part of me is wondering whether I should go down into there. But part of me is also thinking that I'd rather not. Because again, I don't know what's down there, I don't know what I'm going to find. Part of me would rather kind of come to this relatively safe area here and just set ourselves up. Obviously, the wind outside sounds a bit nasty, my condition is pretty good, but obviously if the wind outside is really bad we are going to struggle, so... I'm kind of just thinking whether to bed down here through to the morning before we make our way. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so we have slept through the night. I've dropped a couple of things that I was carrying that I don't need. There's a toque there and some gloves. I've got better stuff I'm already wearing, so I'm going to leave those behind. There's another toque over there. I'm going to ignore it. I think we're pretty much ready to go. We're a few kilos overweight, but I'm hoping that won't prove to be too much of a problem. Let's just have a quick look in there. Okay, so let's head back outside then. I'm just going to holster up my storm lantern and get my gun ready. We've got quite a lot of ammunition, 19 rounds. That's a bit of a record. I don't think I've ever had that much.
Better check in on that old trapper.
Yep, we need to get ourselves back to Trapper's cabin. I am, of course, just very slightly concerned about the bear, so I'm going to actually carry this distress pistol. This, I believe, will scare the bear off. It's about the only thing that will. The rifle doesn't have any effect on it, but this does. I am just very concerned that as soon as I open this gate, the bear is just going to appear from somewhere and come over and take my head off. So part of me kind of wants to be incredibly cautious. I honestly think we're going to be playing Dodge the Bear the whole way back. That, I think, is going to be the theme. I've got 12. I am so on edge. This is unbelievable. I've never normally too on edge playing the long dart, but because I am quite experienced with it, but... Okay, obviously we've got a wolf up ahead. I really would prefer to avoid any kind of tussle. In complete honesty, I'd prefer to avoid any kind of tussle. So part of me is wondering whether to not fall off the bridge. That would not do us a good thing. I think I'm going to go round and go down, I think. Which I'm probably going to end up regretting, knowing how these things tend to pan out. Okay, I've let my my cold condition drop a little bit, so I'm tempted to drop into this trailer very quickly and just get my temperature back up before I carry on. Okay, so I just ducked into the trailer for a little bit just to get my temperature back up, so good to go. Let's get ourselves moving. I am really on edge. It is absolutely... I'm just expecting the bear to leap out from behind pretty much everything. Trees, rocks, thin air. I was expecting it to apparate in. Okay, so I did read something about the bear. I did read that the bear played a bigger role in the new Wintermute than it did in the original incarnation of Wintermute. I read that it played a bigger role. I don't know what that role is. There's something up there. Something a bit red, orange. Is that a prisoner thing? Prisoner? Dead prisoner? I don't know. I think it is, you know, right the way up in the middle of that rock. It's certainly a lot darker, this new story in the Long Dark. Okay, so coming back up to the rail line then. This is the Crossroads. Or I call it Crossroads. I think officially it's got... I think it's the unloading area or something like that officially, but I call it the Crossroads. There's the little... I still don't know what this is, whether it's a little locomotive or if it's a caboose or what it is. I'm not actually sure, but we can go inside it, so I'm sort of heading past it so we can duck in if we need to. I'm trying to keep myself very close to cover. So that I can duck in. It doesn't offer us any warmth bonus, this thing, but it gets us out of harm's way. Plus we might find some stuff in here. Or not. Oh, dead dude. I'm going to grab the flare. Land some fuel in the backpack. Don't think I need those. More ammunition. Okay, cool. I'm going to leave the door open to this so that I can run back to it and get in quickly. Okay, let's carry on then. So far we haven't... Okay, part of me is actually... I think one of two things is either going to happen. The bear is going to randomly appear and we're going to have to fight it off. Or the bear is circling Trapper's cabin and we're going to have to get past it to get back to Jeremiah. That, I think, is the likely scenarios here. So, I'm sort of... That's a wolf. That's a wolf. That's not so bad. We can deal with that. Hopefully. I'm hoping if I sort of really steer a wide path, I can avoid wolf encounters, because I'd much rather avoid them than tussle with them at the moment. I honestly would. Now obviously I'm heading for Camp Office. I'm going to use Camp Office as a staging point. Oops, okay, so the wolf is circling back towards me. I have never fired the distress flare gun in the Long Dark. I've never fired it, so I'm actually wondering whether this might not be a bad... I'm just wondering if I do a little sprint over here, can I get away from the wolf? Nope, is the answer to that one? Okay, that's how that works. I've never fired it, so I thought it's probably not a bad idea to give it a test shot. But given how much rifle ammunition I've got, I think I'm more inclined to scare the wolf off with the rifle. Because I've just got so much ammunition, it's unbelievable. Okay, the only slight snag is the wolf keeps running in the direction I'm going, so I'm going to catch up with it quite regularly. Lots of wolf howling going on. Still keeping an eye open for that bear, which I am still half expecting to find around pretty much every corner. Okay, we're going to keep on trudging then. Okay, so here we are. We are at Camp Office. Fairly short little trudge there. Nothing untoward happened. So I thought I'd just cut that little bit out. You've seen me walk around many times before. As we come down towards... That's actually a really nice view. Look at that. Ain't that cool? Ain't that a cool view? The graphics in the Loadout really are pretty awesome, I have to be honest with you. Lots of wolves. I can hear them howling. Okay, so we're going to drop into camp office. We're going to warm ourselves back up before we think about heading back to the trapper, but obviously... Oops. I want to get to the trapper reasonably quickly, because I don't know whether I have a time restriction on how quickly I have to get back to him or anything like that, or what I'm going to find when I get there. Oh, there's another hatchet there. How did I miss that? Okay. Because I've been in here before, if you recall. I suppose I only came in very briefly, didn't I? I think I came in, warmed up and carried straight on, didn't I? I didn't actually really go round. So there's quite a few things in here that I didn't see. We've got food. There was a hatchet. I haven't looked at any of the containers. Storm lantern. Another sewing kit, some more matches, which we'll take. Actually, no, we'll leave a set of matches behind again here by this fire, just so that I can light a fire should I need to. And I'll also leave a couple of cattail stalks. In fact, I might as well leave all of them actually, because I've got quite a few. So I've got cattail stalks, matches, and we'll leave. Well, there is a fire log. We'll leave a fire log. Am I carrying some sticks? Yeah, so we'll leave a few of them as well. So this is my fire starting kit. So this is if we do get ourselves in trouble, we've got everything here that we need to get a fire started. In fact, if I have a spare recycle can, I might well leave one of those behind as well. Again, so that we've got everything we need there. Should we find ourselves in real trouble, we've got all the fire starting kit that we need to get a fire going, and we even have something there we can use to make water with. So we're all good, everything that we need is here. Let's do a quick loot round here then, because I clearly haven't done it. Ooh, key to lake cabin number 3, one of the mystery lake cabins. Now there was a side quest. I keep calling them quests, that's a Fallout 4 thing. Oh, that's your cooking pot there. Even better. Okay, I'll take that back to Trapper's cabin, I think. There was a side mission in the original Wintermute. I'm actually just going to make the hook and the line. Oh, okay. Well, I was kind of hoping that you were going to let me make fishing tackle. There we are. I don't need a workbench to make fishing tackle, apparently, because that satisfies the mission, one of our side missions that we've got going on. Which is over here. Basics of survival. Survival school lessons. Catch fish in Mystery Lake. So, learn to craft fishing tackle and catch fish. So we have crafted fishing tackle, so hopefully we can come catch fish. And that's one of the side missions. I do want to go through the side missions, but I also want to just keep an eye on what's happening with the main storyline first. I'll leave those behind. I'm going to have to leave a few things here because I am pretty heavily encumbered now. It's quite the trudge we're going to have to make. But I'm careful. I think I did come up here, didn't I? When I passed through before. Oh, another cooking pot and another recycled can. Well, we'll leave these here because we can make use of them up here should we wish. Okay, so we've pretty much cleared through camp office. Then we are 7 kilos over, so I am going to have to drop a few things before I can proceed. But I'm going to do all that in my off-camera housekeeping before we head back to Trapper's cabin. So I'm going to say thank you so much for joining me through Wintermute. We have found our way into the dam. We've got the medical supplies we need. We're making our way back to Jeremiah. We have encountered the bear, and I honestly think we are going to have to play Dodge the Bear quite a bit more in this version of Wintermute than we did in the last one, but we're going to carry on in the next video, see how far we can get. We're going to head back to Jeremiah and see whether we can get back into Trapper's Cabin. I have a feeling that we are going to find some challenges between us and Trapper's Cabin when we get there. But right now, thank you so much for joining me. As always, please remember, if you've enjoyed the video, hit the like button. If you really enjoyed it, hit the subscribe button, so you can keep an eye on other videos that are coming out in this series and some of the other series as well. I'm going to start branching out away from the Long Dark a little bit. If you want to check out the playlist as well for both this one and my slightly ill-fated survival mode playthrough, which came to a little bit of an abrupt end, but you can still watch the whole way through that one and just see how well we did, right up to the point where it all went very south. You can check out those in the playlists, which you'll see on the screen at the end of the video. But right now, thank you so much for joining me, and I'm going to see you again in Wintermute very, very soon.